VRChat is a world where if you feel lonely, depressed in the world, or maybe just enjoy the game, it's a game where you really get hooked. All the visuals, people you meet, there's something in the game that you might enjoy about. But what if VRChat is not what you think? VRChat's been a game since January 16, 2014, which was a beta at first until it was fully released. Throughout the years, people loved VRChat. They would play for hours, they would play when they're supposed to be in bed, would play at 3 in the morning, 4, on days they have work. Sometimes they skip work just to play VRChat. For a long time, VRChat's been really, really weird.
Honestly, nothing. I just kind of got my headset in 2020 because that I believe that's around when the Quest 2 came out. I got my Quest 2. I looked on the store, saw one of the games was the game called VRChat.
Why do you like VRChat and why does it get you so hooked?
Honestly, it's the random encounters and the fact that people aren't as scared to be themselves since they are hiding behind a screen. Since they're not here physically, it um people tend to be more open, more themselves, and easier to get along with people and find people that you connect with.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen or heard of in VRChat?
Ooh, okay. So, bad thing about this game too, right? A lot of pedophiles. There's a lot of freaks out here in this game, right? This one pedophile in particular, Pineapple Pizza. That was his old username. Then he went by a couple others. I, one of the other ones I remember was Mega Man. And I actually have met him like 2 or 3 times. It was insane. I didn't even know at the time that it was or like that who he was and what he did, but like what he did not just extend to online. He has like actually done things to minors in real life, like 14-year-olds and such, exploiting them.
How am I doing? Well, I'm doing better now you're here. Uh, Hi, mommy.
And that's pretty dark.
Do you think that VRChat is a safe place for people?
It really depends. It depends on where you plan on going and the friends that you make. A lot of this game has to do with just trusting people. If you want to be safe, you have to trust the right people. There's some people in this game that I've been talking to for like 2, 3 years.
Now, what I'm about to say is a really popular thing for VR players, and it's called Phantom Touch. It's basically a phenomenon that causes people to experience touch without physical contact. It occurs in virtual reality because it makes your brain trick you into thinking you're being touched. If you want to go more in depth on what it is in like scientific, like how it works, I'll put all of the link in the description of how it works and what causes it to happen.
That one is a very interesting question. Cause it okay, so here, let me put it like this. So when somebody loses a limb, sometimes even though the limb isn't there, it still can feel like it's itching in a sense and things like that. And it's purely psychological. It's very interesting because like the itching would never stop for these people in these cases, right? Until they would get a mirror and watch and like look into the mirror and scratch at the air. That would finally alleviate the pain because you're psychologically you still register your arm as being there even though physically it isn't. So with that, I can say in some sense, yes. but that is only because I focus real hard into trying to think about what certain touch in certain places would feel like, or like certain actions. And if you have a if you, I guess if you have a strong enough mind and you can think hard enough about how exactly it would feel, then it's not something that's impossible to gain. Personally, I really could give two shits if anybody touches me. And if anything, it's just more interesting to me to feel that a sensation of touch even though it's not physically there. It's very interesting. That that even comes with like certain actions like getting hit and stuff. You know, your body still reacts. Like you can feel um a sensation of like burning or like you can feel a blunt force object hitting you. But it hurts, but at the same time it necessarily doesn't, or it doesn't necessarily like hurt, you know? It's it's like the equivalence of say a shock collar on for a dog, but put on the little vibration mode instead. Like it feels like it hurts, but it doesn't at the same time.
You think ages 13 and under or around that age should be able to play VR chat?
I mean, I feel like entering into high school, you already know most of the stuff that's gonna be talked about, you know. You most likely have already seen or heard the things that can be seen and heard in this game. So, um, I feel like the age of 13 and up would be just about accurate entering into high school to being out into college and afterwards. But I do not feel like the age limit should go lower whatsoever. And I do notice every once in a while that there are people that are under 13 that play this game, and it does worry me a little bit, just because I know the stuff that can happen on this game, and I have heard experience of stuff that have happened on this game too. If you are playing at a younger age, uh, like 13 under 18, I feel like you should um you have to be very smart about it, you know?
Do you think that NSFW should be allowed on VR chat in any type of way, in any world, or just in general? Now, NSFW is a very, very weird thing that people do on VR chat. It's basically where they have naked skins and they do sexual stuff in VR chat. And I'm not gonna go in depth about it because I don't really like talking about this.
I'm gonna be honest, I do not like the NSFW stuff, but there are people that are going to get around it uh, in any way possible, whether you like it or not. There's always going to be people that are able to bypass the verification and stuff, which is why I like that they added content filters. It allows the people to freely make whatever they want, but it also allows the people that don't want to see that to not have to see that. So at first no, but I feel like it's better now. I mean, I just don't really care about it, you know. Every once in a while, you might see somebody in a black cat just with their dick dangling down, you know, and I'll just look over and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Then there will be like a little 12-year-old prepubescent kid talking through it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, yeah, ugh, I don't like that.
Crasher. Basically, what a crasher is if you join a game and out of nowhere your game just starts lagging, freezes, can't move, and your game just crashes on you. That's what they call a crasher or a crasher skin, and it just crashes your game and you lose where you were, all the people if you didn't had them. But yeah, that's basically what they are. It makes the game unplayable, but that's all the major things in VRChat that kind of makes it weird, or just makes it not what you think it really is. And a lot of people really think that VRChat is just a game where you meet friends, talk to people. But it in reality, it's really worse than you think. And there's stories on stories of horrible things that happen to people from VRChat, from pedophiles, which is one of the main things that is wrong with that game. And yeah, if y'all want another video of me going on the topic of all the horror stories that happened from VRChat, just let me know in the comments. I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you want more videos like these, let me know. Bye.
Got me so green, but I ain't go to the doctor. Chop shit down like the blick helicopter.